Woo, as they say in the movie business. All right, this is my second attempt. I was rambling on, and I could not get Facebook to allow me to share my screen. Anyway, I have been trying now for 24 minutes to do this Facebook Live. So I'm just going to jump into, instead of talking for 10 minutes, I'm going to see if I am able to share my screen. What I wanted to show you today is the process that I go through, some of the tools, some of the organizational things, some systems that I use when I create my online courses. If you're on my email list, I've been working hard, and I've got a couple of goodies that I'm going to be sending out to people on my email list. So make sure that you join my list if you're not. And one thing that I've been working on lately, my head's been to the grindstone, so to speak. So, I've just been busy working on it. I'm involved in a couple of upcoming events, and I've put together this awesome toolkit basically to help you plan, organize, and create funnels with all kinds of beautiful checklists and resources and things like that, plus a little mini course. So I'm just going to show you what I went through when I created that. And, I think you're going to love it, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas on how you can create some simple systems to make the whole process go a lot easier. And if you happen to catch this on replay, let me know that you're watching on replay, just so I can keep track of who's benefiting from all of this great knowledge. All right, so let's try this again. Let me see if I can share my screen. Woo, I did it. All right. So let me just make sure that this is still streaming. If you're watching live, let me know. I'm going to move this over here. I love having two monitors, but then I feel like I'm ignoring you when I'm looking over at the second monitor. All right. And I don't know if it's caught up with Facebook Live yet or not. Hopefully I'm streaming. We will see. It says it is. All right, enough of that. So first of all, you know that I support, mainly there's like 3 main funnel marketing programs that I support. And what I'm showing you right now is behind the scenes using Funnel Gorgeous / Go High Level. So it's an all-in-one system. It's pretty easy to use once you understand how it thinks, all of that kind of stuff. So what we're looking at right now is the back-end builder and the different pages connected with this particular sales page. And over here to the right is just the little preview button. So I'm just going to click on that preview button so that you can, quickly see what I have here on this page. So this is just a sales page. I'm going to do a separate Facebook Live. I think I'm going to start showcasing different sales pages and basically just do some quick audits of what I think are good and bad design and copy and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, you just scroll down this sales page. It talks about all the wonderful things that you're going to get with what I'm calling this fast funnel checklist. It's a toolkit that gives you all of this yummy stuff here. Okay, so that is the sales page. So the first little tip that I can give you is when you're building out a funnel, when you're building out a course, a lot of the language you're going to be reusing over and over again. So I suggest just create a Google Doc and start writing on that document. And if you kind of name your sections, it'll make it easier to go back and snag some of that copy. Okay. So, and most web pages or sales pages are built using sections or blocks. And so basically you start out by identifying what the problem is, kind of drilling into some of the pain points, a little more of the pain point, and then you get into the solution. Okay. And then now all of this in this solution area, what's included, this has some really good content in the sense of copy that you can use as you're building out other pieces. So when you're building out the different modules and stuff, you'll be referring to all of this copy. All right. And so again, you just keep on going down, and here's all of the stuff that's going to be added, and then all of the bonuses, goodies, all of that kind of stuff. So when I create my course, and this particular one is housed on Funnel Gorgeous. Again, I use Funnel Gorgeous. I use KARTRA. I've used Teachable, and also support people on the Teachable platform also. So wherever you want to offer your membership or your course, it doesn't matter where it is. So let me just pop over here, and here is the membership that I just created here. All right. And when I say membership, really it's a course, and it could be a mini course or a major course, however you want to describe it. And when you're building out the courses, think about, basically, it would be the same way as a book. When you open up the book, what do you see? You see the main chapters, and then depending on how detailed, then you might see like subheadings and things like that. So as you're building out your course, think about the same thing here, that chapter 1, the intro, chapter 1, and so forth. And in this particular one, that's how I did. I just told people, start here. And then because this is a mini course, there's not tons of stuff on here, but each one of these little chapters or sections has the detail connected with that. If I went back to my sales page, you'll notice that each one of these line items, so to speak, correspond with the sections on my sales page as far as what they get, what they walk away with, and things like that. All right. So let's just click on the preview so you can see behind the scenes on this. So inside of the Fast Funnels checklist and Trello board, the lesson, so to speak, I always recommend that you have a start here, welcome module, even if you're just teaching one tiny thing, because this sets up your students for success. It lets them know what they're going to get out of it. It lets them know how they can navigate around inside of the course, all of that kind of stuff. And then each one of your modules. And then sometimes I will have like a conclusion or what's next at the end. I didn't do it for this one. I'll probably go back and do it because you want to do just a simple little wrap up of what you've covered, what they've learned, how they're going to benefit, and then invite them to the next step to work with you. All right. So let's just take a peek inside here. And in this one, I'm just telling them, okay, this is what they need to get started. They've already been given the link to the Trello account, the funnel builder, all of that kind of stuff. All right. And then I'm also inviting them to my premium VIP membership group, which is only $47 a month to get unlimited tech support within the group there. So then let's go down to the second one. And the second one here is just a quick little video teaching them basically the 10,000 foot view of how to use Canva. Now, as I had said before, this is a very simple little mini course. And let me say this, when you're building out your courses, the tendency is people feel like that they have to deliver everything in the whole house, including the kitchen sink. And the problem with that thinking is people can only absorb little bite-sized pieces at a time. Giving more does not increase the value. What increases the value of your training is helping them get results. So you'll notice if you sign up for this and you go through it, you're going to see that they're very short, bite-sized little nuggets that they can immediately apply and go on with their life. Now, this particular lesson, it gives them the instructions on how to access and make a copy of their Trello board. Again, you can see this video is very short, only 4 minutes, walks them through how to do it. Because this is like a technical step-by-step, I also included here the steps. From within Trello, go to the upper right, click the show menu, click more, etc. So it gives, they don't have to worry about taking notes, right? In module 3, again, very short. This module is the meat of the entire little mini course. It's 15 minutes long, but it takes them step by step how to use the entire Trello board, which I'll show you that in just a couple of minutes. All right. Module 4 here, you'll notice this one is only 2 minutes long. And basically, I'm just talking about some additional resources and bonus items that I'm sharing with them. And again, if you went back to the sales page and compared, you could see that these are some of the goodies that they would get. And I just have a short little video explaining how to use each one of these. And I have the links down here so they can click and open those up. And then the last module here, I've just got a couple, or is it in here twice, a video here of just how to use the bonus items. And again, here's the link for all of that. So that's the inside of what this little mini course looks like. Now, before I show you the Trello board, I'm going to open up this spreadsheet here. And anytime I create a training course, what I'll do is create a spreadsheet. And basically, this is my outline of my course curriculum. I, start, and this is a real simple one on my more in-depth courses. I will also have a couple of other columns here, which I'll explain in just a second. But basically, which module number is it? What's the title of that module, and then what are the details? You might also put the objective. If it's a larger course that I'm building out, I'll have a separate column for the objectives of what the main takeaways, what I hope people will be able to do from that. All right. So again, it's real easy to scan through this and see what's in my course. And so the first thing I would do is write the sales copy, and then I might create the placeholders here. I might create the placeholders, but I would do it off of this. All right. And then I get into actually creating the video. Now I use Loom with an L. It's like $10 a month. The very best deal on the market, I think, because it's my video repository. I save all my videos there. I can create folders and all of that kind of stuff. And after I create the video, I can get what's known as the embed code, and I can also get the link. And what's nice about the link is, I might recycle some of these videos. So here, a Trello basic, I forget, it was only like a 2 or 3 minute little training course. I could snag this little URL and share this. I could share it in email. I could share it in, Facebook group, any place, just to give some added value to someone. Maybe somebody has a question about Trello, and I could share this link with them. So you can see the advantage of collecting all of your links and your embed code in one place. Then come back over here, as I start building out this course, if I want it embedded, and by embedded, what I mean is that it's showing up down here, then all I have to do is click on, now this is inside of Go High Level or Fast or Funnel Gorgeous. If you click the source code, and it might look like a lot of I don't know, it might make your head spin if you're not a techie person, but you would just paste in that code, and then you save it, and then once you do it, then there's the video. So that it's that easy. And let's say in the future, I realize, you know what, how to use your Trello checklist. Maybe I feel like that 15 minutes is too long and I want to re-record it, break it up into 2 or 3 sections. No problem. I just get onto Loom. I recreate those videos. I'll paste the new links here. And then I just come back over here and just click and paste it in. It's that easy. And I never have to worry about it again. The other big advantage of basically creating a little SOP or summary document of your courses is, if, let's say, in the future, you're not using Funnel Gorgeous or Go High Level, let's say you want to move over to another platform that I support is called Fast Funnels. It's not going to be very painful for you to make the move because you already have all of the stuff here. All right. And if this was a real detailed course, then I would even snag the text. So let's go back to the welcome one, because I have a little more text there. So on this one here, I just have a couple of paragraphs of text, but I would just copy all of this, and I probably would put it just in a Google Doc and then just link to the Google Doc. So again, we call them assets. The assets that you're building in your business, it's not ever just one and done. You can reuse these things. You might decide to rebuild. You might decide to move to different platforms. So if you build your course this way and collect all of these assets together in one place under your little SOP document here, then you never have to worry about it. You have it. It makes it super easy. And then you can just move forward. So you'll notice here the different bonus items. I've got the link here that's right on the Google Drive. So again, inside of, let's see. Let me go over here to the bonus. So again, right here are the links. So I never have to worry about it. And again, if somebody said maybe the psychology of pricing guide, again, I can just reuse this. I can share it with people, and they've got a great resource. They've got that link. As I'm building out my courses, again, like more detailed courses, if I have a lot of like handouts and auxiliary type of things, I might even just make a separate column here so that everything is in one line all the way across, right? So you just set it up the way you need to, right? Okay, now let me just give you a little sneak peek of the little baby that I had created. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's beautiful. If you've ever used Trello, your heart kind of flutters when you hear that word Trello, right? So this is basically it's a planning and project management guide when you build out your funnels. And I've added lots of resources. I have pictures here. And in the training video, I talk to people about how to use this board, what's underneath each one of these columns, and all of that kind of stuff. So the goal is they should be able to hit the ground and take off with it. All right. So let me stop sharing. Let me come back here. Okay, so that's just in a nutshell. When I go about planning a course, those are the steps. I first start with the sales copy. I do it in a Google Doc. I outline, like those main pain points, and then what the solution is to those pain points, and then the save the day, whatever it is, announcing this course or announcing this awesome Trello board, whatever it is. And then I continue building on this Google document. Then I dig into the benefits and what they're going to walk away with and all of that. And then from that document, I can start building the actual sales page. Then I can start building my membership area or my course. In addition to that, I showed you the spreadsheet. So I create a spreadsheet, and basically it's like the outline of my course curriculum. And then all of the assets, all of the resources connected with that course are tied right into that. So I never have to look and hunt and peck and figure out what was that video. And as I mentioned, the beautiful part is you are building a library of assets that you can use and reuse. And if you ever decided to change platforms, because technology is always changing, it'll make it very easy to transition over to a new platform. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you're watching this on replay. Let me know in the comments, what was your best takeaway? What do you do? I'm interested. Do you have any little system tricks you can share with us to help you kind of streamline the process? And if you happen to watch this on YouTube, then hit the subscribe button. I would love it if you followed along with my journey. I try to share different tips and tricks, training, all about online marketing, funnels, systems to help you grow your business so that you're not working 24/7. All right. So thanks for watching and have a great day. And I will see you next time. Take care.